Welcome back to Alpha Blueprint. If you've made it this far, congratulations. That means you've already taken the first steps forwards to changing your life by understanding that everything begins with your mindset. In chapter 1, we spoke about renewing your mindset. We discovered that your thoughts shape your beliefs shape your actions. Your actions become habits, and those habits eventually determine the direction of your life. Today, we're going one step deeper. Today, we're talking about one of the most powerful ideas you'll ever learn: growth versus fixed thinking. This one concept has the ability to completely change how you approach success, failure, relationships, business, parenting, your career, your finances, and even your confidence. The difference between people who constantly improve and those who remain stuck often isn't talent. It isn't money. It isn't education. It's the way they think. Imagine people applying for exactly the same job. Neither of them gets it. The first person says, "I knew I wasn't good enough." They chose someone smarter. "I'll never be successful. I might as well stop trying." The second person experiences the exact same disappointment, but instead they say, "That hurts. I clearly have something to improve. What skills was I missing? How can I become a stronger candidate next time?" Both people experience failure, but only one of them experienced growth. That is the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset believes your abilities are permanent. It says, "I'm either born smart or I'm not. I'm naturally talented or I'm not. I'm good at business. I'm bad with money. I'm just an impatient person. This is who I am." When people think this way, they stop learning, because if everything is fixed, then what's the point of trying? Every mistake feels like proof that they aren't good enough. Every criticism feels like a personal attack. Every challenge becomes something to avoid because failing would expose their weakness. Growth mindset sees life completely different. It believes your abilities can improve through learning, effort, and consistency. Instead of saying, "I'm terrible at public speaking," a growth thinker says, "I'm not confident yet, but every speech I give will make me better." Instead of saying, "I can't start a business," they say, I don't know enough today, but I can learn." That one small word, "yet," changes everything. "I can't do it" becomes "I can't do it yet." "I'm not successful" becomes "I'm not successful yet." "I don't understand investing" becomes "I don't understand investing yet." The word "yet" reminds you that your current ability is not your final destination. You're a work in progress. Think about a baby learning to walk. Have you ever seen a toddler fall down and say, "Walking clearly isn't for me"? Of course not. They fall, they cry, they stand up, they try again. Sometimes they fall 50 times in one day, but eventually they walk. Imagine if babies had fixed mindsets. None of us would ever learn to walk. Somehow as adults we forget this lesson. We expect ourselves to be good immediately. If we struggle, we assume we're incapable. If we fail once, we think we're failures. But mastery has never worked that way. Every expert was once a beginner. Every successful entrepreneur once made expensive mistakes. Every professional athlete once lost games. Every best-selling author once wrote terrible first drafts. Every confident speaker once stood on stage with shaking hands. Growth has always required practice. One of the biggest differences between successful people and average people is their relationship with failure. Most people fear failure. Successful people study it. They ask, what went wrong? What worked? What didn't? What can I improve? Failure becomes feedback, not identity. Imagine trying to build muscles by going to the gym once. You lift weights for 30 minutes, then you look at the mirror and say, I still don't look different. So you quit. That sounds ridiculous. Yet, many people expect personal growth to happen exactly like that. They read one book, watch one motivational video, listen to one podcast, meditate for 3 days, start a business for 1 month, then quit because they haven't become successful. Growth isn't dramatic, it's gradual. It's almost invisible whilst it's happening. Just like a tree doesn't grow 2 meters overnight, your mindset changes little by little. The challenge is that we celebrate results, but we ignore the process. We admire successful people without appreciating the years nobody saw, the mornings they woke up early, the mistakes they made, the rejections they endured, the nights they doubted themselves. Success is usually quiet long before it becomes visible. Here's another truth. People with fixed mindsets often compare themselves to others. Growth thinkers compare themselves to who they were yesterday. Instead of asking, why am I not successful as him? Ask, what can I improve today? Comparison steals joy. Progress creates confidence. Even 1% improvement every day becomes extraordinary over time. Now let's talk about criticism. Nobody enjoys being criticized, but your response to criticism reveals your mindset. Someone with a fixed mindset becomes defensive. They're jealous. They don't understand me. They're wrong. A growth thinker pauses and asks, is there anything useful here? Not every criticism is accurate, but almost every criticism contains something worth examining. The wisest person never stops learning. Another important difference is how each mindset views effort. Fixed thinkers believe if they have to work hard, they must not be talented. Growth thinkers understand that effort creates excellence. Think about professional football players. Think about Olympic athletes. Think about successful business owners. Do you honestly believe they became exceptional without hard work? Talent may open a door. Discipline keeps it open. Your future depends far more on your daily habits than on your natural ability. This applies to every part of life. Want a stronger marriage? Learn to communicate. Want better finances? Learn about money. Want confidence? Practice uncomfortable conversations. Want better health? Improve your habits. Growth is available to anyone willing to learn consistently. One of the greatest dangers of a fixed mindset is the stories we tell ourselves. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have enough money. I didn't finish university. I've already failed. I've wasted too much time. These stories become invisible prisons. They stop us before life even gets the chance. Instead, ask yourself, What if this belief isn't true? What if I'm more capable than I think? What if today is the beginning instead of the end? Those questions create possibility, and possibility creates action. Let's bring this closer to home. Perhaps you're building a business. Maybe your first customer never called back. Maybe your advertising didn't work. Maybe people laughed at your dream. A fixed mindset says, this proves I should quit. A growth mindset says, this is part of learning. Every successful business you've ever admired has experienced setbacks. The difference is they keep improving. Or maybe you're trying to become a better parent. You'll make mistakes. You'll lose patience. You'll wish you handled situations differently. Don't let guilt stop your growth. Learn. Apologize. Improve. Your children don't need perfect parents. They need parents who keep growing. The same is true in friendships, relationships, careers, and personal development. Nobody arrives. We're all learning. We're all growing. We're all becoming. Here's something worth remembering. The person you become 5 years from now will largely depend on these 3 things. The books you read, the people you spend time with, and the habits you repeat every single day. Protect your environment, because your environment shapes your thinking. Spend time with people who challenge you. Read books that stretch your mind. Watch content that teaches rather than merely entertains. Feed your mind with wisdom, because whatever you constantly feed will eventually grow. Finally, understand this. A growth mindset isn't pretending everything is easy. It's believing improvement is always possible. It doesn't ignore obstacles. It simply refuses to let obstacles become permanent excuses. There will be days when progress feels slow. There will be moments when you question yourself. Keep going. There will be failures. Keep learning. There will be criticism. Keep improving. There will be setbacks. Keep moving. Remember, the goal isn't to become perfect. The goal is to become better. Better than yesterday. Better than last month. Better than last year. Because every book you read, every lesson you learn, every difficult conversation you have, every challenge you overcome, every mistake you grow from is building the future version of you. So today, I want you to leave with 3 questions. What belief has been holding you back? What skill have you been avoiding because you're afraid of failing? And what could you become if you truly believed you were capable of growing? Think about those questions today. Write them down. Reflect on them. Because your future doesn't belong to the smartest people. It belongs to people who never stop learning. Remember this, you're not defined by where you started. You're not defined by yesterday's mistakes. You're not defined by your current circumstances. You're defined by your willingness to grow. Adopt the mindset of a lifelong learner. Choose progress over perfection. Choose curiosity over fear. Choose learning over excuses. And choose growth every single day. Thank you for spending these few minutes investing in yourself. If this message encouraged you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Alpha Blueprint, where every week we help you build a stronger mindset, stronger habits, stronger finances, stronger relationships, and ultimately a stronger life. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building the person you were created to become. Just remember, Alpha Blueprint is currently sponsored by Mobile Wash and Wheels, a mobile car wash that washes your cars wherever you are. Book now for a car wash in the comfort of your own home. Until next time, see you.